In this video, titingnan po natin yung mga requested stocks ninyo tulad ng APX, LTG, at RLC. Are you guys ready? Let's go! Alright mga alamat, so magsimula po tayo sa RLC or sa Robinson's Land. After natin magkaroon ng breakout from the range, itong range na to, dito sa candle na to, unfortunately hindi po siya natuloy, no? More or less nauntog siya dito sa previous support area, turn resistance na to. Kung mapapansin natin, etong high na to, more or less kumapul siya dito sa previous swing low. Okay? And then from there, we moved lower. Okay? When we move lower, binalikan po natin yung support dito sa 15.2. Now, to show you kung saan galing tong support level na to, I need to zoom out lang a little bit, no? Dito po siya galing, from that extreme low from before. And kung papansinin nyo, it's been a decent inflection point. It has acted as support, resistance, resistance, and so on. Okay? Now, that being said, ano yung mga potential scenarios na pwede natin tingnan dito sa RLC? After all, maaaring kaya siya na push down kasi nagkaroon tayo ng slight rebalancing, no? Now, kung mabasag altogether tong support at 15.2, what we're looking at is baka balikan ng price tong support dito sa 13.9 all the way hanggang 13.5. So this is an area of support to potentially watch out for kung nabasag natin tong 15.2. Now, meron ding level dito, inflection point din siya, around 14.74. Okay, however, I don't think it's a very strong area, and even if we get a reaction from there, maaaring very slight bounce lang, mauntog ulit dito around 15.2, and then we start rolling lower again. Now, kung kunwari naman, we start breaking to the upside, mabasag natin tong 16.8. Then what we're looking at is baka mabalikan yung next level of resistance at 18.02. That's quite a decent range, no? Bakit baka mabalikan to? Kasi meron tayong inefficient move to the downside dito. So, if mabawi tong area na to, then usually, di ba? Parang ganito, may inefficient move. Usually, kapag nababawi siya in one way, shape, or form, the move gets undone. So, that's what we're potentially watching out for dito sa RLC. Okay? Now, all that being said, once again, downtrend pa rin tayo. Kung titingnan natin, yes, we are trapped within this wider range, but yung current short-term trend natin is we have been moving lower, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so on. Okay? So, konting ingat lang po. Next, silipin naman po natin yung Monde. Now, tong Monde, more or less, nandun tayo sa 52-week lows niya. The 52-week low is currently at 11.06, which incidentally is also its all-time low, no? Kung papansin niyo, minarkahan ko po dito sa chart yung IPO price niya, which was at 13.5. Okay? Now, where we are right now, if sabihin natin, naniniwala kayo na ito na yung low, I would highly suggest to be a little bit more patient. That's not saying na mali, na hindi ito yung low. I am just saying na given current market conditions, it doesn't seem very likely. Now, all that being said, malamang, medyo i-spike tayo ng market, and before we know it, baka biglang mag-bounce to, no? But until proven otherwise, I think yun lang yung pwede nating pinakahanapin sa kanya. A potential quick bounce play. After all, nagkaroon tayo ng efficient move to the downside. Okay? A bounce play doesn't mean na ito na yung permanent low natin and we start pushing higher. It simply means na baka may short-term move to the upside na pwedeng masakyan pero kailangan mabilis din tayong lumabas. Okay? Now, ano yung mga scenarios na tinitignan natin? Una, dun muna tayo sa kung nabasag yung all-time low natin. Kung nabasag yung all-time low, obviously, panibagong problema na naman yon. And same as I always say, we're gonna have to wait for new structure to develop bago natin pwedeng balikan at i-assess ulit tong Monde. Diba? Once na mabasag at mag-hold tayo beneath the 52-week low or beneath the all-time low, I think it's gonna take some time before it sorts itself out. Medyo mahirap yung ganun eh. Okay? Now, kung kunwari naman we start breaking to the upside, maybe we break above tong 12.10 na level of resistance. Bakit siya resistance? It was previous support here and here, di ba? So, kung mabasag natin yan, it's not yet blue skies kasi kung mapapansin nyo, yung next levels of resistance malapit lang at 12.62 followed by 12.98. However, if we can clear tong 13 to 13.5 na area, especially yung IPO price na area, then I think by then, the chart's gonna look a lot more bullish and pwede natin pag-usapan ulit kung ano yung pwede natin gawin sa Monde. But until then, unless talagang nagte-trade kayo ng very quick ranges or very, very quick trades, then I suggest na hintayin muna na mag-develop to further before assessing whether or not gusto nyo pumasok sa Monde. Next, silipin naman po natin tong APX or APEX, no? Etong APEX, last time, nung revisit niya, etong area of demand natin, which came from this previous area of consolidation, we saw a move to the upside, no? A decent move to the upside, which would have made some people quite a decent chunk of money. However, ngayon, halos nabalikan na natin ulit yung area na yon. Does that mean na dapat nakatutok na naman tayo ulit at nakaabang? I would argue na baka hindi muna. Maybe if price comes down into this area of demand and then we see some type of bullish structure na pwede nating sandalan, maybe parang a cup and handle pattern or an inverse head and shoulders pattern, something like that, then maybe pwede nating antabayanan what happens next dito sa APEX. Pero maaari din kasi na since nabalikan na natin siya, next time back down, baka mabasag na tong level of demand na to. Kung nabasag yan, pati tong support at 1.32, obviously we'll be looking at a new 52-week low and magiging bagong sakit ng ulo na naman dito sa APX holders, no? Now, kung kunwari naman mag-hold tayo dito around 1.45, the possibility exists na i-trade muna natin tong range na to between 1.45 hanggang 1.6. But unless meron kayong signal na makuha sa kung anumang system or parameters na hinahanap ninyo, then I would be patient and wait for it to come up. Okay? Buying simply because it's at quote-unquote support may seem like a good idea, lalo na kapag maganda ang overall market sentiment. Pero kapag ganito na medyo lahat tumutulak pababa, pati yung karamihan ng mining stocks tumutulak pababa, baka hindi magandang makipagsabayan kasi syempre, normally kapag ganito, mababasag yung support. At kapag nabasag yung support, we might find ourselves caught, di ba? Tayo yung natrap and before we know it, ipit na. Now, kung kunwari from here, mabasag natin tong 1.6, then that could be interesting, no? For one thing, maaaring mag-fill yung gap na naiwan before, and we might even do an overshoot and reach for yung next level of resistance dito around 1.85. Now, personally, that's what I would watch out for, a break and potential retest nitong 1.6 kasi nga dito sa area na to parang medyo tricky. But, syempre, up to you. Kung may plano po kayo, go ahead, execute. Pero kung wala, stay on the sidelines. Next, tignan naman po natin yung Manila Water or MWC, no? Now, if I zoom in, pwede nating sabihin na nagkaroon na tayo ng slight break dito sa trend line natin. Okay? We've also broken above etong area of previous support na to, turn resistance. Kung mapapansin nyo, cluster of lows, cluster of lows, cluster of lows, no? Pwede rin siyang inflection point kasi it also acted as resistance here. So, we have broken above that. However, we're still caught within yung chop or yung consolidation na nabuo dito prior yung sa pagbaksak niya to the downside. Okay? So, we need to be a little careful lang because of where we are right now sa price. Plus, kung papansinin natin, ilang sunod-sunod na siya na green candles. Now, I am not saying na green candles can't continue indefinitely, no? Of course they can. Di naman natin alam kung ano gusto gawin ng merkado eh. But it does seem unlikely na magsusunod-sunod pa siya ng ilan pang berde. usually kahit papano, whether or not this is gonna continue to push higher, magkakaroon tayo ng konting pullback man lang. Now, kung magkaroon tayo ng konting pullback, let's say mag-pullback tayo to somewhere around this area and we start pushing higher from there, then maybe we need to start taking notice kasi potentially nagko-form na siya ng low, high, higher low, di ba? And from there, we could push higher. After all, we did get the break above tong trend line. Okay? Nag-aalangan lang ako to get in where it is right now kasi it does look a bit overextended. And it does seem na due na siya for at least a little pullback or at least a little consolidation. Okay? Now, kung kunwari from here, we are able to break above tong 15.88 and 16.4 na levels of resistance. The next level of resistance na tinitignan po natin is at 17.24, followed by 18.46, and then 19.3. However, if we roll over, tapos hindi mag-hold altogether etong 14 pesos, we see deeper, baka balikan natin yung low dito, or if that breaks, obviously, bagong 52-week low na naman, and you know the rest. Okay? So, konting ingat lang if you want to get in, if you're bullish ng MWC, maybe try to wait for a pullback that hopefully comes. Syempre, wala pong garantya na it will, but the likelihood is kahit papano, magkakaroon ng consolidation and or pullback kung sakali mang tumuloy man to. Okay? So, konting patience rarely ever hurts. Okay? Wag po tayong ma-FOMO. Let's wait for our setup to occur and if nandyan na, execute fearlessly. And then finally, one of the most requested stocks is LTG, no? Now, tong LTG, so far, ang sabi nga natin noon when it pushed higher, potentially, pwede siyang mag-form ng head and shoulders pattern. It did. It broke beneath the neckline dito sa candle na to. Sorry, pangit ang drawing ko. When it broke, it came back, tested the neckline, okay, around this cluster of lows. Hindi kinaya, we rolled over. And so far, di ba, nagpapatuloy yung lower highs and lower lows natin dito. Not just in the short term, pero kahit na in the long term. Makikita naman natin na talagang downtrend siya. Diba? Without any doubt, downtrend siya. Now, before I zoom back in, let's talk about the scenario kung sakaling mabasag tong next level of support at 7.57. If mabasag po yan, aside from new 52-week low, we could potentially reach for yung next level of support dito sa 7.11. Okay? Now, kung kunwari naman from here, we start seeing some type of reversal, maybe we form some type of inverse head and shoulders pattern here. If we do, maybe, okay, kung mabasag natin tong 8.6, we could come back and reach for 9.10 or even fill yung gap na naiwan dito before. Even if all of that doesn't play out, if price can come back and reclaim tong mga 8.18 na 8.2 na area, a quick trade could potentially be had. From there, papuntang 8.6, parang sinasabayan nyo yung pag-form ng inverse head and shoulders or yung right shoulder ng inverse head and shoulders. Diba? I am not saying that it's gonna yield a good risk-reward trade. I am simply saying that the opportunity might be there if it sets up properly. Okay? So, something to watch out for dito sa LTG. Now, I do wish there were more nice things that I could say about LTG kasi I realize na usually kapag maraming nag-request, maraming hindi maganda ang current na kalagayan nila sa LTG. Whether they tried to buy the bottom pero lumagpas or baka dati pa silang namili pero hindi po sila nakalabas, no? Unfortunately, there's just no good news just yet. I wish there was. Pero we'll continue to monitor this para kung gumanda yung chart niya, isa po kayo sa unang makakaalam. Pag-uusapan po natin siya agad, no? Now guys, bago po tayo matapos for this video, kung gusto nyo pong matuto more about training, I've linked a video at the end, yung end screen natin, linking to video sa trading lesson series natin. Honestly, I feel like yun yung pinakamalaking contribution ko dito sa YouTube. I'm proud of what I teach. So if you have the time, if you want to learn more about learning, be sure to check those out. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!